Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the CWE, presented to you by the Chaos Brothers. I am one half of those channel owners, or B fucking money, the insect of strength and insanity. And my brother is the one and only orchestral goalie. Bro, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. And yes, as already stated, I am Orchestral Goalie. And, would it be safe to say that you and me, throughout all these predictions, shall we say in a way, go to war?
Absolutely, bro. I 100% agree with you. True. See, when I first came to you with this fucking idea, not gonna lie, I had a little bit of, like, this is just, a friendly game between the two of us. But then deep down, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I really love this motherfucker as a brother. I'm not go to war with this little fucker.
And then the very first predictions you brought me on, I nearly scored perfect on the pay-per-view. And you're
I
like, you son of
still
a
am pissed
bitch.
off. And meanwhile, we still had two other people with two or three other people with us when we were doing it, but you still almost got a perfect score. What the
Well, I think it's safe
fucking...
to say that I didn't just survive in that series of events. I thrived.
But you survived in all the series of events. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Kids
welcome.
of all ages.
No, not of all ages. 18 or up. Welcome to Survivor Series Wargames. And not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen, this one is definitely gonna be fucking... Honestly, I think this might be the pay-per-view of the fucking year, in my eyes. What about you, bro? Just the way the matches are all, like, lined up.
I think there's a chance to, and you're definitely going to want to see what the fuck I'm doing right now when the video comes out.
You're flipping off the camera, aren't you, motherfucker?
He knows me
Go
too
fuck
well,
yourself.
ladies and gentlemen. He knows me too well.
No, because you did it, I think, like 2 pay-per-views ago. And I'm like, you cunt. Actually, you showed me the fucker, you cunt. Anyways, on to the matches we were talking about, motherfucker. What are your opinions on them?
It definitely has the opportunity to be one of the better pay-per-views of the year. Probably, arguably one of the best, 100%. I still say, if the matches that are at WrestleMania, literally your grand finale of, I guess you could say, the season, if that isn't your best matches, your best storytelling, your best everything, then there probably should be some questions that get aligned, like why was it so poor leading up? Why didn't it have a good finish? For the wrestlers, why didn't you put on your best performance? What was going on that kept you from giving 100% that night of everything? Or both nights, depending on whether you're on both nights or not.
That is true.
But I think there's a lot of questions at that point, but this definitely has one of the opportunities to be one of the best pay-per-views this year. I'm going to be biased and have Payback as number 1 still.
Dude, not gonna lie, emotionally speaking, Payback will always be my number 1 favorite pay-per-view I've seen. So I'm with you there when you said that Payback is a bias. I'm personally, emotionally attached to that night. I'm actually happy about it. Again, number 1 for me emotionally, but when it comes to on like a star rating, I know like the actual person who rates the matches is Dave Meltzer, and more than likely this wouldn't get a 5-star pay-per-view rating, but fuck him right now.
I'm not even gonna lie, like before we completely, the brother just appeared. It's just me on the podcast now. Oh, wait, he came back. He came
Fuck
back.
you.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Like before we left for payback and whatnot, that predictions, I almost stopped you and said, "Hey, what do you say we take a guess on what this Cody announcement for the Grayson Waller effect is?" I know people are gonna say you're just saying this because you know it now. I almost said, stopped us and had the prediction, and I would have said, Jey Uso returns. I'm not even gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, if you would have done that, I would have been like, I never thought of that actually.
The main event returns.
Honestly, it was you almost lost your fucking voice.
I did. That's just it. I did, and I made myself lightheaded. But we're not talking about that, baby.
I know about
a few pay-per-views.
Yeah. Holy fuck. Welcome to the fucking Chaos Brothers channel. Fucking.
That's why we call it Chaos Wrestling.
Motherfucker. I'm pretty sure that was like 5 minutes of just reminiscing over that fucking bullshit. Anyways.
Not that long, but yeah, we took a little time to reminisce. Let's get back to Survivor Series.
Okay. This one I'm actually really interested in to see. We have a returning to the ring Carlito. Yes, that Carlito, who spits in the face of those people who don't want to be cool, versus a former member of the new LWO, my mistake, a heel-turning Santos Escobar. Now, okay, bro, I know you go by your rule of if they're a returning person, they're gonna always win. I personally think that Santos is gonna take this one. Because he just turned heel, and I'm pretty sure they want to keep this going for as much as they can until Ray comes back and starts an actual rivalry because he had knee surgery. But what do you think?
Yes, my rule is if there's a returning superstar, someone new on the roster, like whatever like that, a celebrity appearance. I hate you, Logan. You don't bet against them. That's been my rule. That's kind of what I go off of all the time with these pay-per-views and predictions. I do just think there's too much going on Escobar, though. He just turned heel. He looks like he's going to be on a meteoric rise. Maybe, and this is a little bit down the lines, because I don't even know when we're going to see him again, taking the United States title off of Logan, culminating in, I don't know, let's say Santos Escobar versus Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship at WrestleMania.
Honestly, dude, fucking that sounds like a way better match than, okay, I understand, the vision Ray has for Dominic. He wants to retire at Mania and give his mask to Dominic to carry on the legacy. I really get that, but I don't think it's that time yet. I think this match, that match you just predicted, might actually be a better one.
I'm not saying this as a retirement match for Ray. 100%. No.
Obviously
that should not be how Ray ends his career. I would much rather see it go off on a friendly father-son match. But Dominic needs to go and run through everything with the Judgment Day first. That storyline needs to get run through, and that storyline's been going on for a long time, but I'm not sick of it yet.
Yeah, it's actually a storyline that you're fine with going on until it completes completely.
Because here's the
Unlike,
thing, it's changed, it's evolved, it's took different routes, other than playing the same damn note over and over and over and over again. I couldn't be referring to absolutely anybody or any group of people at all.
well, okay. Let's go on to the next match, but before we do, I just want to point this out, bro. That storyline is not on this pay-per-view right now. So you don't have to go onto a tangent anymore. Anyways, next match on the predictions is a title match that honestly, it might be definitive which one we're gonna pick, bro. It's Gunther defending his Intercontinental Championship against a now face Miz. I want your opinions on this match, personally. As someone who hasn't known Miz that, long.
I came in, like, Miz was a heel when I started watching. And then next thing I remember with him is him teaming up with Shane McMahon. And even then I was questioning, why is Shane here?
Right.
And then
That's
it was
correct.
Miz versus Shane for a while, where Miz tried to be a face, from what I remember.
You got
And
that
then
correct.
that didn't last very long. Miz went back heel again and has kind of been a heel ever since. And
You got that right.
this feels, I don't want to say it feels weird, but it's definitely different. A different feeling with The Miz. An interesting one. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'd like to see how it goes. I think this could be, if you give Miz a good story, I think he could work out to be a decent face. I think he works much better as a heel, just from everything that I've seen, known, and experienced with him. I think he works much, much better as a heel. But a good face run with Miz? I'm not going to turn that down. That sounds rather interesting on how they could go about it. And actually, the one thing that I found funniest here was actually something that happened with the crowd during this segment on Raw.
Raw?
It was
the crowd
when
doing?
Gunther started talking shit and obviously mocking the fans.
Okay.
Everyone started to chant USA to the Austrian champion.
Exactly what I was gonna say, bro. Fucking, he's in America. He's Australian. I believe he's Australian.
Austrian.
Austrian. Thank you. Sorry.
Little different.
I don't.
They sound very similar. I will give you that. They sound very similar.
but
Flags are
I
completely
fucked up
different. No, we're not talking about Grayson Waller here. We're talking about Gunther.
The better foreigner in the fucking company. Also, I would like to. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not fucking apologizing. I'm fucked up right now. I got alcohol and fucking some other shit in my body. So if I fucking sound retarded as shit, get over it.
YouTube, don't worry, he's of legal age, very much so. No laws are being broken,
fucking
everything is fine.
26. I'm fucking 26, assholes. Anyways, who are you choosing for this match?
Remember what I was saying, what I've said, not only on this podcast, but also in private? I mean, we just recently went on it in the, My Little Corner that we have in your server with actually our guest for SummerSlam with Superstar about the whole title pictures. Things are very stale. You can predict all this stuff incredibly easily, and it's sad to see. I did mention that the Gunther run here is my least objectionable of the title runs.
Wait, are you talking about the male or females? Because I remember something else.
Well, both, technically. My point went to both divisions.
I thought it was Io's title that you weren't, all that
Well,
upset
I
about.
don't mind. I like the EO run. I still like that one. But I did mention that between all the ones, Gunther's title run here, despite me thinking that it's been too long and needing a change, is the least irritating, is the least objectionable fault championship.
Because he's actually defending the title on more than just pay-per-views.
Many occasions, even when he's not wrestling, he's there or making a comment or like setting something up, and it all stems from him being a champion. Like his is the best title run that is going too long, in my opinion. With that being said,
Okay.
I'm gonna choose Gunther to win.
Okay.
I'm gonna hate it because it's gonna be an extension of a title run that I think is too long. But I'm saying Gunther wins.
Okay. This is where the chaos comes in, everybody. Especially you, motherfucker. I'm going with the fucking Miz. There's a reason why. Think since they're pushing him to be a babyface, they're gonna make him have everyone be all excited to have him as a champion, because every time, aside from the SmackDown tag titles, he's always been a heel champion. He's never been a face champion. The only time was the SmackDown tag titles, and he just got done with a heel WWE run, which wasn't that long, thank God. I think they're gonna give him the title to finally let people see like what he's like.
I would not mind losing the point with that. I'd actually very much enjoy it and probably would make me happier.
Because, again, like I said before, Goalie here definitely hasn't seen The Miz as long as me. He's gone through some pretty fucking amazing fucking heel runs. He's actually healed against Cena and won against him again in WrestleMania main event. Let's see here. He's actually had some pretty decent. He, as far as I can remember, he was the first superstar that actually held 3 titles at once, being the old Undisputed titles and the United States titles with Big Show. I think, yeah, this is the perfect time for him to change.
I would definitely like to see it more than my choice of things. But you brought up the tag titles here.
Yes.
We just had number 1 contenders get announced on SmackDown. Next week, we're getting a number 1 contenders match on Raw for these undisputed tag titles.
Wait, are you saying they might try to split them up?
I do believe Pierce did mention that he needed to talk with the SmackDown GM about this situation. I'm thinking you have a women's championship on each show, a mid-card title on each show, a world heavyweight title on each show. You have both tag titles appearing on both shows. There's only one difference here. Bring back the brand split. The tag titles are getting separated at some point sooner rather than later. We are going to have SmackDown Tag Team Champions and Raw Tag Team Champions back again.
Okay, wait. Now, here's my question. What does that have to do with Gunther versus Miz?
Oh, you just brought up tag titles. So I just wanted to put that out there since you don't have a tag match
Oh,
on this.
well, I did hear a report that they were actually starting to change, some stuff. One of which was the Money in the Bank briefcase, bring back customizable ones.
Oh, that'd be so
I
fun to see the
was-
designs.
Okay, I'm excited and terrified at the same time. Because we don't know if they're going to try to copy the world titles or, make something new that no one fucking likes.
It'll be interesting to see the designs. Like, I don't know whether they're going to be good or bad. I would very much give my opinion on them. But it's going to be interesting to see the designs that get come up with.
Okay, next match is one that fucked up typing. We have Rhea Ripley defending her Women's World Championship against, honestly, pretty interesting contender in Zoe Starks. And how I fucked this one up, I typed in Rhea's name as an option, and then I typed Ripley as the next option. So you choose Rhea or you choose Ripley. I'm very fucked up.
Well, I think we might have just gotten a spoiler on who you're picking.
Actually, no. I actually didn't choose that. I'm choosing Zoe. I'm just that fucked up that I just wanted to finish Rhea Ripley's name. Or something. Again, I'm pretty fucked up, dude. I'm going with Zoe. I think she would definitely benefit from dethroning Rhea. Has her be one of the people that loses. What about you?
Well, Zoe's a very young and up-and-coming superstar. Rhea is, I would call her a veteran of the Bees Mini again. Oh hey, it's our actual heights. But anyway. It's just so small.
I had to throw that monkey witch in there, didn't you, motherfucker?
Don't worry. The audience will understand. Anyway, Rhea I would call a veteran of the industry right now. Of the
At least
show,
the current
everything.
industry.
Yeah, I definitely call her a veteran. So you have your young gun versus the veteran who's at the top of the mountain, at the top of the game, seemingly untouchable. This is a perfect setup for David and Goliath.
She was about to bring that story up, motherfucker.
Zoe is almost set up perfectly to win this. And I would love to see her win it. I want to see her win it. I'm gonna say Rhea retains.
Please explain my fucking stoned out brain.
Just put simply, again, like I was saying before, the title pictures just seem too obvious. I don't see really any signs that they're going to be changing the titles off of anyone here yet. Roman's not going to lose it. He hasn't even been on a show, and I don't even know how long.
Last pay-per-view, I believe.
I only see Seth dropping a title. Gunther, I've already said, is going to retain his title. Logan just got it, and I hate the fact that he has a title just because he's a part-timer, not even because of anything in the ring.
I was going to say, how the fuck do you think I feel?
And Rhea, I mean, yeah, they have a match later in the night as well, but she has the Judgment Day behind her back, basically making sure that she's going to win the title no matter what.
Okay, now that you say that, yeah, I can understand now.
I just don't see Rhea or any champion losing a title anytime soon, and I hate it. They had so many opportunities to keep at least 2, if not three titles interesting and in the mix, holding up the company. You could have done it with Shinsuke and Seth at Payback. I thought that would have been perfect. I still say Sammy and KO should have really only started to lose the titles maybe last pay-per-view or this pay-per-view, sometime more now than back at Payback. It just didn't feel right for them to lose it back then. I mean, since the Judgment Day gods, you haven't really had a lot of tag team matches with them at all. It's always been like either this Wargames or a one-on-one competition that they just come in and dog in on.
Yeah.
So basically, the only title that's really alive and relevant, in my opinion at least at this point, is Io Sky. And the women's heavyweight or world heavyweight championship. Or undisputed champion. You all know which title I'm referring to.
WWE Women's Championship.
You all know what title I'm referring to. But that's the only title that's relevant at this point, as far as I can tell. Roman talks about the island of relevancy. His title in here is not relevant. It's Io. Io's the one holding up the championships.
Yeah.
And I like Io, don't get me wrong. But she should not be the one holding up your championship.
Okay. Speaking of Io, she's actually going to be in our next match. I would like to point something out. I'm actually a fan of the fact that Io is, holding the company up. Because, okay, she's literally... Okay, the women's division has not been, all that great in WWE. But as of right now, it's actually been interesting. We've had many returns coming. A lot of new faces that haven't, been new, but haven't been, champion all that much. Actually getting a chance to show what they can do. I mean, for fuck's sake, in this next match, Io Sky, Bayley, a heel turning Asuka, and a returning Kairi Sane. That means we have all three members of the Kabuki Warriors back again. And might I add, Kairi Sane was the first women's, holy fuck, IWGP Women's World Champion over New Japan Pro Wrestling. They're facing off against Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Shotzi Blackheart.
Also, you mentioning that also reminded me of something else that I think maybe even you forgot about here.
What's that?
Didn't Kairi and Asuka team up together as the WWE version of Kabuki Warriors?
Well, here's the thing.
And didn't they win?
I believe
the women's tag champions?
I was gonna say it was Io and Kairi that were in NXT. I think Kairi moved up to the main roster, and I believe it was Kairi and Asuka that were known as the Kabuki Warriors. Yeah, you're right. So all three members, Io, Kairi, and Asuka, were potentially basically a part of the same faction, just at different times.
And I'm pretty sure that Asuka and Kairi held the women's tag team titles together.
I believe you are correct.
Of which there's another dead championship. Okay, look, I can handle the men's side being lackluster here for a little while. But imagine if the Women's World Championship was relevant, which it is with Io. Imagine the Women's World Heavyweights with the Rhea on the Raw side was constantly relevant. Imagine if the Women's Tag Team titles were relevant. You'd have the entire women's division holding up the championship picture, not just one.
Okay.
And that would be much better, in my opinion at least. It wouldn't rely on one person.
before we get down that road, I would also like to point out that Bailey was the one that injured Kairi Sane 3 years ago, making her leave WWE and forming a faction with Io. So they've got some history together.
And they brought that up on the first show on the return too, which was amazing. Thank you.
So I'm actually thinking about going with the Damage Control. Fucking Asuka turning on Bianca, Kairi returning at the last pay-per-view. You know, Io holding the title, and then Bailey. Sadly, Dakota is still injured, but you know, you got a pretty fucking amazing team. That's honestly why I'm going with Damage Control. Also, not gonna lie, bro. Guess what? Fucking sadly, the women's tag title will never be relevant because I'm sorry to say they are owned by Chelsea Green of all fucking people and Piper Niven. Piper Niven, I can understand, but Chelsea is a fucking disappointment. She
And I mean,
sucks.
Chelsea was paired up with Sonya Deville before Sonya got hurt.
But just her, the way it is, you know, Piper Niven is the body and the fucking muscle and the straight woman. And then you got Chelsea being the fucking dumb fucking retard who gets herself into shit.
I would almost like to see a tag team of Piper Niven and Sonya Deville.
That would be a better team, not gonna lie. Because they're both serious and they're both ass kickers. Anyways, your choice.
We could go on a whole another chaos cast about the titles and all of that. We can save that for another time.
Should.
But with that being said, we're not going to be split on this one. I know we almost went 3 for 3, or 3 straight, I should say.
I was gonna say
on
almost
split decisions, but I'm also going to go with Damage Control, just because I feel like, yeah, you have the legends, you have Becky, you have Charlotte, you have, I almost said Bailey, Bianca, you have Shotzi, who's an up-and-comer, you have all the giant names on the one side, you have names and good ones on the other side, but let's be fair, they don't hold as much heaviness as Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, the new one is Bianca Belair. Like, they don't hold as much. Asuka holds a lot, Bailey holds a lot, Io is gaining more, Kairi just returned, so she needs to build. So, like, you kind of have a good mix of all of them there. But I just think, one, the group of Damage Control is just too close and too good at this point to lose this. And actually, down the line, yes, I'm doing another down the line prediction. I almost feel like Bailey's gonna get kicked out of Damage Control. And maybe down the line, who's the one that's injured right now?
Dakota.
I thought that was who. I almost said Tegan Knox, though.
No.
I think those two were partners, actually. Dakota and Tegan.
They were.
Kick.
Back in NXT.
But I almost feel like maybe down the line, at some point, she'll be going off on her own. Maybe not getting kicked out, but just saying, hey, I'm going to go and do my own thing. And then all you're left with to control, quote-unquote control, the women's division of remaining Damage Control is the faction of the Kabuki Warriors. Io Sky, Asuka, Kairi Sane. Almost, heck, quite frankly, I treat them as the women's shield group.
Honestly, okay. The only thing that would make that better is if they took the tag titles off of fucking Piper and Green. You do that, that's exactly what the Shield's first pay-per-view was kind of like. Ambrose holding, the United States title, Roman and Seth holding the tag titles.
Now let's be clear, this is many a pay-per-views after this WrestleMania, probably after next WrestleMania, to like fully get down there. But
I stand by this bet I have permanently made with you, bro. If this fucking shit happens, guess what? You're getting $100 from me.
I just want to see a women's Shield, and what better three people could make a women's Shield than Asuka, Kyrie, Io? Name me a better women's trio that could do it and have it make sense.
I literally can't.
I dare all of you. Put it in the comments if you can think of one. I dare you.
Exactly. Fucking please interact. But I was gonna say, holy fuck. Just again, it's not really a bet per se, because my brother here doesn't do that shit, even though I have literally offered, you buy me lunch one day, we hang out, or fucking you have to buy me a candy bar. He won't fucking do it.
I don't bet.
He'll accept the fucking money, but he won't
I'll fight you on the money.
$5.
I'll fight you on the money.
And you will fucking lose, faggot. You know I'm stubborn.
I know. You also know how stubborn I am.
Motherfucker, I've been on this earth longer than you. Get over yourself.
Yeah, doesn't mean I'm not stubborn as the fuck.
You got that right. Anyways, fucking, our main event is the men's Damage Control, featuring Judgment Day as one of the...
Wait, hold up. Timeouts. The men's Damage Control?
Oh my god. I'm fucked up. The men's War Game. Oh my god. Fucking Christ.
Okay, even you have to admit, that's funny as fuck.
Thank god we don't do bloopers, because holy fuck, that would be on the blooper reel.
Oh no, I just leave the shit in here.
I know! If someone wants to make a blooper reel of every time I fucking sound retarded, there's one of the moments.
Oh, they have plenty of ammo.
Yeah, but this time I'm fucked up. Usually I'm sober. Anyways, fucking... the men's War Games Survivor Series match. We have Judgment Day, consisting of... okay, the former leader of Bullet Club, Finn Balor, and one half of the tag team champions. With him, he has his other tag team champion in Damian Priest, also Senior Money in the Bank. You have the North American champion of NXT, Dominic Mysterio. A actually new member in JD McDonough, after Priest told him, we need you, you're in. And a heel turned, never thought I'd see this day, Drew McIntyre.
Although if you listen to him, he's just still being himself and being the same person he's always been. Which, I mean, I can kind of believe it.
Honestly, I'm really glad they did that, because I personally love McIntyre's character, and I don't want that shit to change.
I kind of feel like he might be like the new Austin, just flip-flopping, quote-unquote flip-flopping between face and heel, depending on who's in his way to get what he wants.
I can honestly say that. Honestly,
I'd love it, please.
I was going to say, I like it. Anyways, their opponent for this War Games is Sami Zayn, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth frickin' Rollins, main event Jey Uso, his partner Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and honestly, I'm surprised by this. A returning Randy Orton. Bro, you want to comment on this?
Yeah, that makes one of us surprised. A little peek behind the curtain. After Crown Jewel and whatnot, like, I was cool. I would have been so hyped and excited if I saw everything that Cody was saying, everything that he was alluding to, completely blind. I was not blind, though. Ever since Crown Jewel finished up, essentially, I knew Randy Orton was gonna be coming back at Survivor Series. It was just a matter of how they did it. And as soon as Drew joined the Judgment Day for the Wargames match, I knew instantly, okay, that's where Orton's gonna come back. That's where he's going to make his grand return. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see Orton back. I'm so happy for him. He deserves to go out on his own terms, not on, quite frankly, an injury the way it happened. But everything's just lost its luster, knowing that he was going to be back and returning at this pay-per-view for so long.
And the sad part is, I didn't even watch Monday Night Raw when that shit happened. So I saw a fucking news outlet saying Orton coming back when. So I had a general idea he was coming up soon, like soon, but I didn't know when, because I didn't want to watch.
And then you actually got surprised when you ended up watching the clips of Cody dropping someone he has a legacy with, them becoming apex predators, people hearing voices in their head.
Yeah, fucking, not gonna lie, if I didn't see that shit, I would have absolutely been like, holy fucking shit, yes!
And I just noticed this. This is like almost a complete diatribe. But the two V's in Survivor Series. Go and look at this if you can. And everyone else, you've seen the title. You've seen it in our little TV case up there. The two V's almost look like teeth. Like fangs.
Oh my god, you're right, what the fuck?
Almost like viper fangs. The complete side note, I just noticed this now. I had to say something. Just a really cool little thing that I know for sure they didn't.
Last year too.
I would say this was not planned for Orton, but it's really fucking cool that I just noticed.
Holy fuck. Okay, you're first. Which team are you choosing?
I had just stated my rule a few matches earlier, and I went against it.
Yep.
I am not going to go against it this time. But it's not necessarily because Orton's returning. I honestly think I would have went with the Sammy, Seth, Jay, Cody team, and whoever the fifth member would have been, even without Orton's return. Just because McIntyre and Priest, mainly, they don't seem to be getting along very well. And Drew literally said, yeah, I fucking hate all of you. So I really feel like it's not going to be that Orton returns. I mean, he's going to be the one that gets the pin. I'm going to say Orton's going to be the one that does the pin for the victory. But I think it's going to be more on the fact that Priest and the rest of the Judgment Day have an argument, a fight, whatever, with Drew. Drew does something, and that's what leads to, in what I'm going to say, Orton hitting an RKO and winning the match.
Okay. Okay. And before I say my piece, Drew and Orton actually have a fucking history together. They've been down some roads. They actually have a rivalry. Remember, Orton took the title off of Drew for his first title run.
Yep. Back in an ambulance match when HBK, they also had an ambulance match when HBK decided to get involved as well. But Drew's very much more interested in Jay right now than Randy. So, as much as yes, that is a factor in all this, I kind of push that to the side for the Drew Jay stuff.
And, okay. There's another thing that you might have seen. Drew and Damian want something that Seth has. They both want the World Heavyweight title. I don't know. I'm not predicting this, but imagine if Priest tried to cash in after the match. Do you think Drew is gonna allow him? No. Obviously, I'm going with Orton's team, because let that start off and then eventually have it go down my way. But yeah, I'm going with, Sammy, Seth, Jay, Cody, and Orton's team, like you. So that's that's 3 matches that we agreed on and 2 we didn't.
And it was the 2 title matches that we disagreed on.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. The first match, Santos and Carlito, and then the main events, the Wargames matches we both agreed on. Holy fuck. This is gonna be an interesting match, bro. Well, match card.
Could be one of the better ones. Let's see how they play it out.
That is true. But that is the predictions for Survivor Series War Games. Like my brother said earlier, drop your comments in the comment section. Give your opinions. Like, which match are you predicting? Which match are you looking forward to? Give us like and subscribe. But, bro, what do you have to say? Any final words about this pay-per-view?
I just hope that this pay-per-view lives up to the potential that it has. We've seen too many pay-per-views have amazing potential and then just completely fall apart. I'd argue to some extent, Payback here in Pittsburgh was one of those pay-per-views that didn't live up to the potential that it had.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
It's still my favorite because biasy.
Same.
But I just hope this one lives up to the potential that it has, and we only need to wait a couple more days to find out.
Yep, we're doing this on a Wednesday during daylight saving times. Yay. So it's darker outside than you expect. But yeah, I couldn't agree more with you there, bro. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I am B-Money, as always.
And I am Orchestral Goalie.
And as we always say here on the Chaos Brothers channel, our motto, as we like to call it, bro, in 3, 2, 1, fuck PG. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.